My friends, my dear friends, I have a giveaway going on my Instagram. Only on Instagram, unfortunately. But the giveaway is for this Parblo wireless graphic drawing tablet. Isn't she cute? Now this is the Intangible SW. I just wanted to tell you guys on here, I'm very inactive on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me there, I get it, but it's happening on Instagram. So I just want to give you guys a heads up so that you're not like, why didn't you tell us over here? I'm telling you now. You have until October 30th. But let's get into the rules. So you have to follow me on Instagram, follow Parblo, and you must comment your favorite song. I have the same name on Instagram, Bunnado. This is only for people that live in the States. It's not international. Sorry, you guys. And I'm sorry that there's not a YouTube giveaway. We should do something on here eventually. Let's see how this plays out first. But y'all should consider joining the giveaway on Instagram. But now we do art. Now we are gonna outline and we're gonna chit chat, because in my last video, you guys said that you felt a lot about your art the way I feel about mine. And that's not good. Now we all agreed this is not art block. We simply do not like what we create right now. And that's natural, it's normal, but we've got to be nice to ourselves. I am gonna share later like some of the tips and tricks you guys talked about. But for now, let's start with her. No. We'll start with Pinky. So we'll start in the corner. So before I even get into some of the suggestions that you guys gave me, something that I'm trying to work on beforehand is that I'm kind of judgy towards my own art. I like a specific aesthetic. I like women who don't smile. I have this idea in my head, and when the art does not match the idea, I will start roasting it. And it doesn't help. I mean, it makes me laugh, but it's not helpful to the situation. I need to get the mindset down, because let me tell you, not every person that we make needs the pressure of being OC worthy. Not every person is going to be a stone-faced woman who has an attitude and doesn't want to smile at you. Like I cannot create winners like back to back to back. That's not realistic. And I'm hurting my own feelings. Why can't we just create somebody and they be the way that they are? The other thing about mindset, and you guys are spot on, you told me to try new things. If I don't like where I'm at, okay, try to get somewhere else, girl. You can't just keep doing the same thing. I love you guys. You were like, try new mediums, try different poses, draw a woman that smiles. That actually might hurt physically, but you're right, I should try. Maybe I'll like it. But trying new things won't work if I get upset every time I do something and I'm not great at it. When you try something new, you're not going to be good. You got to be okay with that. And I think that I got to work on giving myself a safe space to be bad, to be messy, to look at something and not assess how good or bad it is. You got to let stuff be. Let's be zen. So for this video, we got to be kind to ourselves, and we are not going to judge, which is going to be so hard. Maybe I'll just keep the judgment to myself. I don't know. Something that I think that I like, which I normally don't have the patience for, so I got to work on that too, is fine liner, colored fine liner, and then going in with black. Do you guys do multiple outlines? I normally just do one, and it's make it or break it. Who needs the pressure? But I think if we start with the colored fine liner, it gives us more options. Like, I can now take a black fine liner and I can change some things if I want to. We don't have to completely trace. Now, I said black fine liner. This is a pen. I don't care. I actually like using the pen. That has to be last. This pen will smudge. This pen will smudge in a heartbeat if you put anything over it. This pen has no loyalty and cannot handle the weight of anything. Even eraser marks. Even if it should have dried eons ago. But that's not enough to stop me. I still enjoy using a pen. I think that they glide better than fine liners. It's fun. You're right. We should use different mediums. I like using pens, so why don't I do that? You know? Also, it's a risk factor. Isn't this exciting? Will she smudge? Have we ruined all of our time? I don't know. Maybe that's not fun. Wait. Also, black on top of a previous fine liner. I think something pops. I think I like this. Who are we? And I know we just said, like, we shouldn't assess whether this is good or bad or whether or not we like her, but I do. I like her, and I cannot help myself. It's missing something, but I cannot help myself. Another piece of advice you guys gave me was to go back and do the things that used to make me happy. So if you knew that once upon a time you used colored pencils and you had childlike joy and giggled the whole time, why are we not doing that? Go pick up those colored pencils. Now for me, gel pen. See what I did there? The gel pen showed up. Gel pen is how I felt. I didn't like the way I was using it though, so perhaps we do lines. I know that I like the way that lines look. Maybe I gotta explore that more. Thick lines, thin lines. We need to figure out light source. I say that all the time. Maybe I mean it now. Well, maybe I mean what I say. I don't know. Yeah. And then some of you are super comforting and you were like, listen, your taste just changes. There's phases of our art. And maybe you're right. We shouldn't fight against that. We gotta go with the flow. Holding on to nostalgia, maybe it only makes us sad. I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. I just love the commentary, if I'm honest. Remember when I said, like, we shouldn't be judging, like, oh, this is good, this is bad. We just let art be. That's not happening right now. This is good. I like her. This is joyous. I don't know what we did. And I'm pretty sure the other ones aren't going to turn out just as... See, I'm setting expectations. But they're low. And you know what it is about low expectations? You can't hurt yourself. So I literally think we can't top her. No one's going to look as good. Therefore, I cannot be disappointed. It's only up from here. We failed. We were supposed to be positive. I also noticed that you guys were saying that I should try the one color rule. I kind of like Woo! Pause. That is a beautiful eye. Wait a minute. Stop it. Who is she? Stop it. I can't. Oh no! The other eye has no chance. It doesn't stand a chance. No! You know, I also saw comments about being a perfectionist and how it gets us nowhere, and it's frustrating. As long as this eyeball is not wonky, I don't care how it turns out. As long as it's not goopy and I don't know, melting out of her head. That is good enough for me. I think we really got to do something about those unrealistic standards, because why? It won't help us. Also, I said like goopy and melting out of her eye. I don't know. That was dark. I don't know, but I've always thought about like a girl with powers, but she just melts stuff. I don't know, powers that aren't cute, and maybe they just belong in a demolition like job. I don't. She needs to be in construction or welding. You can't tell me that wouldn't be fun. You've got the magic girl, the big foofy dress, the cute glittering wand. And instead of saying like, happy rain fist, instead she's like, melt. What? Or she's just like, decay. Ew. I don't know. I would pay money to watch that. Instead of like uplifting the people, she sets things on fire. Like, what? Oh, that reminds me. I also feel like I don't always know when to leave well enough alone. I keep adding and then I don't like it. If I like this face. Now she's uncomfortably close to us. But I like the face. She could back up a little. But why not leave it there? Why not stop? We could move on. We could get the hair. I love this stupid pen that is always on the threat of smudging. I do. I think I'm gonna keep her out a little bit. My handy dandy slightly anxiety-inducing pen. You know, she has 2 buns in her hair, but I get the feeling she should have had 3. Or maybe 4. That's cute, right? I'm on to something. We may never know what, but I do feel in my spirit I was on to something. Maybe we will see them again. Also, minor complaint. It really does feel like I'm close to the edge of the paper, and I hate it so much. Like, it's awkward to put your hand there. You know, I also think that doing the bare minimum has hurt me. Like, I'm just so quick to hop on to the next. Something that's like mildly pleasing to my eye, I'm ready to move on. So, for example, the blush. In her cheeks right now, that's normal. The amount that we put on her nose, on the neck, and it's just not dramatic. I have a flair for the dramatic. Did we not? How did we not see this coming? Add more. Why? Why have we not added more before? I think I need to take more time and put more thought into things. My favorite artists, they take forever on one drawing. They do the most. They do layers. And I remember looking at this and I'm like, I am just not that girl. Maybe it's time to be that girl. This is what I used to do with gel pen. I would do dots, and I don't like that anymore. But every now and then I keep trying. Like if I put them on the cheek here and there, that looks so silly to me now. So I guess we gotta start trying something new. It'd be crazy to keep doing the same thing. And even though I do like lines, I don't fully know where to put them, if I'm honest. Because a lot of times you have the right idea, you're just going about it in the wrong way. And that might be what I'm doing here, because yes, I think it belongs on the top of the hair and on the sides of the cheeks, of course. But I also think, I started reading comics, it's affecting me. I think that it belongs in the face. Like, we should have lighting on, like, the cheek or on the nose, on the eyelids. Like, we should have some sort of depth. We need, like, eye bags and frown lines. I don't know. Maybe I do need to get into expressions. And I'm such a bad sport about being bad at things, which makes me not want to try new things. And that's not okay. We gotta grow. But really, the light source, we have got to figure that out, because it's on the side of her cheeks, but it's also on the top of her head. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But with light source comes shadows, and I think that we should try cool tones too. That was also in the comment section. Y'all are little geniuses. For real. You really are. Now, I'm gonna add, not that color, that's a little dark. I want to add another shade of green. Her hair kind of looks gelatinous now. I really don't want to think about it, but was it a mistake? Wasn't it? None of my business. I'm not here to consult that. Actually, I think that this will be my final act of destruction towards her. I think that while I do need to put more effort and a little bit more patience and time and love into these characters, some of them don't need that. They really put the pen down, girl. Now, it's true, she's a cutie and I like her. Not as much as that first one, you own my heart. But who's next? I'm woman enough to admit I cannot handle doing her. Nope, all the peace and zen that I have is going out of the window. Somebody else, someone who don't care about her. You know, this one, I can admit, is low-hanging fruit. She doesn't look cute in the slightest. No matter what we do, no matter how much we mess up, it's going to be an improvement regardless. I just can't. It's just that she looks so crazy right now that I look forward to trying to make her look better. Why didn't we start with her? And if I'm honest, there's something about the color scheme too that I just feel peaceful. There is literally no pressure. If anything, it's sleuthing. Like, what can we do to make this better? What is it that's throwing this face off? It's the craziest thing, but I do feel like it's that chin. We'll keep going, but if I get that urge again, we're gonna fix that chin. I have a feeling it's the chin, but you know, the bangs are uneven. She's got no eyebrows. Not everyone can rock that look. I know that you know. It could be a plethora of things. But sometimes it's daunting to try to fix things. That is not the case here. It's the chin. Yes, it is. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's give her eyebrows and maybe fix the ear. And then I can yell, it's the chin. But first, she's got to have some eyebrows. See, it's coming together. Now let's get that chin. I think we just have to thicken it. I think those thin lines made it look weak. But with a solid line. Am I bugging or did that just fix it? I'm sorry. Am I bugging or did that fix it? I know I said that was the problem, but why did that work so much? She's beautiful. Wait. Stop. Wait. What? I actually want to give her like a heavier, more dramatic makeup look. Like especially around the eyes, like smoke them out a little bit. She reminds me of the feather duster from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know why. Wasn't she French? I don't know. Doesn't she remind... She needs a mole. We gotta give her a mole. She reminds me of the feather duster, Lumiere's girlfriend, or whatever she was. Stop it. She's a cutie. Wait a minute. Now the age-old question, if I like the way that it is, even though she's very uncomfortably close to the camera. Back up, girl. Do we leave it the way that she is? But if there's greater out there, shouldn't we go find it? Gel pen. I actually prefer her to be dead in the eyes. This is my attempt at shadows. I'm not ready to do cool colors. I don't want a color too dark and stands out and then we're forced to look at it. Something subtle. And I think perhaps that was the step in the right direction. I'm just baby steps, you know? If we just do too much, guns blazing, we'll forget who we are. I ended up putting earrings on her, amongst other things. She turned out way better than I thought that she would. What did we do? Do I want gel pen? No. Immediately, no. No. Maybe that's not necessary everywhere. I can't believe how much I like her. Remember the before? That's crazy. Okay, quickly. Guess who is the last girl we're going to do? Guess. You've only got 3 seconds. Hurry. If you chose her, you're correct. If you chose the little blue baby in the corner with the weird hair, you are correct. There is no prize, I'm sorry. You know, I really don't know what to make of this creature. Her hair reminds me of a ghost. She's a little ghosty. I don't know what we're gonna do with her. Also, there's something like innocent about it that I just don't want. What are we gonna do? How do we make it go away? I mean, of course, we're not gonna think too hard on it. And if anything, this is just like the base level sketch. We'll go over it again. We'll make changes. We'll remain calm. And most importantly, we will not roast her every step of the way. I thought about it, but I won't. There's always a good chance that we'll like her after no, I stand corrected. This is a moment to reflect and say, what are we going to change? I think immediately, thicker lash line. I don't think you can go wrong with that. I mean, moderation, of course, but a thicker lash line brings out, yes! Who are you? I'm not even kidding. I love it. And we're not even done. 10 times more helpful if the lash line gets thicker. The waterline, if we give her individual lashes. The power. Also, I don't know if it's the pen or if just the fact that we're using a darker liner. It's both. It's both! Give the credit. Oh, stop it. A lot of my favorite artists do thin lines for outlines, and they don't have to keep going over it. I do. For some reason, my art does not catch my eye the way that I like it to unless we are going over it and making the lines thicker, but it just looks so good with all this dark. It makes me wonder if this is a hit or it's a miss. This is a hit or it's gonna be a hit. Wait a minute. She's meant to have dark eyebrows. Now I confess, I like having them unreasonably close to the camera. I'm sorry, I don't know. It brings me joy. I can't. I'm guilty. Now, believe it or not, that's not enough. It's not enough. The blue has to go. She's clearly a dark-haired individual. And it makes me sort of sad because the blue is like, I don't know, it's kind of unique. But clearly black is her color, and don't argue. I can't. It's so cute. It even makes me like this weird shape of her hair. I mean, not wholly. I'm not in love with it, but I tolerate it better. Should we leave it sticking out, or does it look weird? The million-dollar question. I tweaked it a little and it's still not enough. Maybe her eyes are dark too. Maybe we just take the baby blue that we've given. We just take it all back. If gel pen can't put this all together, then nothing can. We're simply in crisis. Maybe on the bottom too. I actually don't know how I feel about that. I do like the idea of having like shine to her face. Maybe we can like, well, no, we could do the line, but the line won't always cut it. I want it to look like her face is oiled up a little bit. So maybe we can like purposely smudge. That did nothing. That wasn't enough. That was not enough. We gotta find a spot and like scribble. I'm so scared. Scribble and then smudge. Scribble and then smudge. That sorta scribble. Does that sorta look like? I mean, I think the texture's a little off, but I think that's the best that we can do in the circumstances. Truly. I think if you like squint, I'm in your way. But if you like squint, it kind of looks like her face is shiny. I mean, I still think it's a step above from where we started, so I can't even complain. I actually think this is as good as it's gonna get. And I'm happy with the finished product, so maybe one more time. She's cute, y'all. Good job. We figured that out for a minute. She's really close to the camera. But a recap of what we've done. Straight 10s across the board. Do you see what happens when we are nice to ourselves? When we don't care about that? Well, I think I cared a little. When we care less. When we just let things happen and we don't roast our art. I think I'm the only one that was doing that. This was so much fun. Thank you guys for all your comments, for sharing your stories with me, for letting me know that I'm not alone in this art journey. And I'll see you guys later.